You're listening to another episode of Last Night's Coffee with Chuck and Jon.
Good evening. We're here. Greetings, Earthlings, and locally hated public officials.
Sure.
I'm sure there's some locally hated somewhere.
Yeah.
This is Last Night's Coffee with Chuck and Jon, episode number 184. I'm Chuck. That's Jon. Did I say greetings, Earthlings?
He sure did. Locally hated.
I'm Chuck. That's Jon. This is going to be the best show ever. We just don't know what we're doing.
That's right. You wouldn't know we've done this 184 times.
184 shows, 6 listeners.
Yeah. Staying strong. Thank you, guys.
We are trying to figure out how to go live on X, but neither one of us are that smart.
Right. To be continued.
To be continued in the going forward.
Mm-hmm.
I had an experience this past week. Yes. I saw a drone. I saw what I refer to as a UAP.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out it's probably a security drone.
Right. Right. That's what it's a good guess. It's a good guess that it's a security drone. Probably. I would tend to agree with that. I don't know what else it would be. Here's what we know. You saw
what we know. Dun, dun, dun.
You saw. Can I try to describe it based on what you've told me?
Yeah, what I told you. Go back and yeah.
I don't even want to read the text.
Okay.
I won't read the text. You described an umbrella-shaped UAP that seemed to be emitting some sort of light, multiple lights, and you described it as low-flying and hard to tell what size it was.
Correct.
It was definitely below the clouds, but above the trees, you described it as.
Correct.
So upon further investigation, you managed to figure out that it is super similar to the same drones that were being spotted in New Jersey.
Correct. You can just post that picture I just sent you right there, and they can see what we're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. Luckily, after a little bit of research, Chucker was able to identify something that looked very similar.
Now, you lost sleep over this drone sighting.
Dude, I only got 3 hours of sleep that night. I mean, I can't say it was because of the drone sighting, but like I was definitely intrigued, man. I gotta say, I was intrigued because I look up in the sky a lot already.
Right.
I ain't been missing these things.
Right.
For the last months, years, I've been looking up in the sky, right? The last couple of years, I've taken a particular interest in the sky.
Yes. And
I have not been missing these things if they've been around, right? We spend a lot of time looking at the sky at work, right?
Dude,
it's just habit.
We work 8 hours of our life beside an airport.
Right.
And when we hear something big take off, we kind of pause and make sure it's not going to land on us.
Absolutely. Learjets. But
those Learjets, they haul some butt, man.
So here's what I'm saying, man. I found it super odd that these things were being spotted all along the East Coast. And then all of a sudden, you're seeing people in Texas have sightings. You're seeing people in California have sightings. You're seeing people across the Midwest have sightings. And now we're having sightings here in Georgia of these things.
Yeah. Well, they
said middle Georgia, right? And like we're not by the coast. We are far removed from the coast, right?
Right. And so, they were saying that they saw them like down in Pike County not too long ago.
I see. Without the social medias, I don't.
Right.
I don't
and then Mary Beth got that one video where she saw some weird stuff a few years ago here. But so when I saw this thing, it gave me goosebumps. And I texted you immediately. So I'm driving in my truck. If you're familiar with Peachtree City, I was near Rockaway, between the FAA building and Rockaway. That's where I saw it. And didn't you think you saw it the other night too?
Yeah, I can confirm
You can't
sighting.
confirm it.
Yeah, I can confirm sighting. It wasn't the same night, right?
Right.
Wasn't it
And it was
the next
2 nights
night?
later.
2 nights later?
Yeah.
Okay, I saw almost identical to the picture that you were able to research and find is what I saw. And
Okay.
it was definitely, I wouldn't say SUV size, but it was big. It was bigger than your take it out of the box and fly it around drone.
Right.
Much larger.
Right.
Much larger.
That was
I
the
don't-
same night we heard the fireworks, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
What you say was fireworks. They sounded like gunshots to me. But it
Well-
was very repetitive, like almost too repetitive.
When you're from Griffin, you kind of know the difference.
Yeah.
You learn.
I mean, yeah. So, yeah, man. Tell me about the feeling it gave you, because that's one of the things I found most interesting is the feeling it gave you when you saw it.
So I pass it. It's coming towards me. I go under it like that.
Yeah.
And so I'm estimating our closing rate at about. So I was running 60. It was probably running 60. So we were closing at about 120 miles an hour. So I didn't have it in my sight long.
Right.
And it just gave me freaking goosebumps and chicken skin like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I texted you. I did what everybody would do. I text the only person I know that's up.
Yeah, that time of night for sure.
And you called me almost immediately.
Yeah, dude, I wasn't having it. I had to hear all about it.
And we talked about it all the way to Griffin, to me getting back home almost. And
Because I wanted to be able to look for it. I
Right.
wanted to be able to know exactly what to be looking for.
and the only thing I could describe it was like an umbrella shape with lights on the end,
Mhm.
without like the umbrella skin on it.
Right.
Or
Right.
fabric.
It's got like stuff hanging down, like almost like
Yeah.
tentacles hanging down.
Yeah.
My first suggestion was that jellyfish / chandelier.
Right.
Some people also refer to it as UFO that was spotted around some military bases, but that didn't pan out.
The height on that one was right. The speed was a little slow. But
Yeah.
how do we know that's not okay? So they were looking at that one. If you watch that video, that's with a FLIR camera or night vision one.
Right.
So what would it look like if it was just the naked eye at night?
There's no telling. Would you even be able to see it
If it had lights on it, you would.
if it had lights on it?
But
But
you
that
can't
one,
tell with FLIR.
no, you can't tell. And the way it's moving, dude. There's other video of it, not on the military base, where it like dips into the water and comes back out.
That thing is freaky.
It's weird. That's a weird one.
But
But yeah, this one, because you were able to find that picture, and I knew, and I had talked to you so much right then, I was able to really look for that specific thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've been looking for it on the way home too.
We see a lot of air traffic, like you said. We work right next to an airport at night. I mean, if there's any planes coming in and out, we hear them, we look, we see them.
Yep.
I'm always looking up at the stars and the constellations, and this time of year is a great time to look for planets.
Yep.
And the moon is also incredibly bright when it's out.
It's a clear night. Like if it's not stormy, this
Mhm.
time of year it's either clear as could be or storm.
Right.
There's
right.
no in between.
We have wet winters down here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was just super intrigued, man. And when I saw it, my sighting was also driving, but it was not headed towards me. It was actually the golf course that's right next to our work. I saw it kind of flying over those treetops, kind of,
Okay.
and out towards. I'd say kind of towards the airport, but like more in front of the airport, kind of towards that lake area,
right.
which is basically where the airport is, but like it's still in front.
Well, okay, let's look at it like this. Government surveillance drone
Sure.
for security of the FAA building. How far would you say our building was from the FAA building? A mile? Mile and a half?
As the crow flies, yeah, tops.
Yeah. So would that be its perimeter?
I would think so. I mean, if it was being used for security purposes, which is probably one of the better guesses I've heard.
Yeah.
I can think of even. It,
I mean,
would probably go, it would probably go 1.5 miles, 2 miles out, right? It's got to see
Right.
oncoming things. That's what
Right.
it's out there for. If it's out there for security, it's out there to check for oncoming.
And you just program that thing to run a pattern,
Sure,
and you just watch the camera.
sure.
There's so much stuff that drones are being used for now that we don't even realize.
Yeah.
Herbicide, people are using them.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So no more like crop dusting is a thing of the past.
There's still some, but it's becoming more.
Sure.
So it's becoming more common to see drones working for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
So why would the government not be using them?
Of course. Of course. And what I wonder though, like if security is kind of a blanket term, right? I mean, specifically, what do you think they would be monitoring for? Personal drone use around the airport?
It could be personal drone use around the airport. It could
Or
just
the
be,
FAA building or the weather station, like trying to interference with the
all
weather.
this is right here in a cluster together.
Right. We also have the weather station. So, like, you don't want people necessarily interfering with maybe weather balloon launches or something along those lines.
How do we know that they might not be? I don't have proof of it, but it seems like just the way technology works that if a weather balloon works and you had to go, you don't ever see that equipment again, why don't just throw a drone up? It does the same thing.
Right, and you get it back. The whole idea of Starship, the Starship for what you call it, SpaceX.
Yeah.
You don't have to kill that rocket every time. Like you can reuse that sucker. You don't have to lose a weather balloon every single time. You can just send a drone up and it'll come back and you still get all your readings. Maybe that's a weather collecting drone, huh?
It could be. I mean, there's several things it could be. They could be testing the theory of a weather drone.
True. Or even like like a calibration tool for the weather station, like for the radar station. You never know. Right? There could be some sort of, I don't know, calibration process where it's like every once in a while you got to update these systems, Jack.
I'm not a scientist. So I have no dog in the hunt on how it would work. I just know it could work. And
sure.
I do like
and nighttime would be
the
preferred time to do testing like that, or
some would say nighttime is the right time.
Some would say, brother. Some would say.
What'd you do? So did you do anything for Valentine's?
Oh man, I had to work on Valentine's Day. I got the wife some chocolates and a card and stuff like that. But no, I had to go down to Griffin. I had to cover 2 buildings. I had double duty.
Yeah,
it was. I tell you what,
Day.
One good thing came out of it. Our boy down there has these wrap around your neck lights. Have you ever seen them things?
Yeah,
where they're clicking adjustable, like those.
You kind of look like a drone,
dude. I tell you what, I want them. I want every pair that's available.
Isn't that awesome?
Oh my gosh, dude! Because you can click them and adjust them. Like they wrap around your neck. They look like Bluetooth headset, like the older
I've seen them
Bluetooth
wear
headset.
them before.
Yeah, and they click and adjust, right? So everywhere you look is bright. And for us who work at night, that's like killer. That's like
we all have flashlight addictions,
right?
And we all lose them,
right?
So you might not lose these.
They stand a better chance. I tell you what happened. I'm going to return them, but they stayed on my truck. I didn't even notice I still had them on. I rode home. I rode all the way home with them on, dude.
Jamie, if you're listening to this, we're sorry.
We'll return this week, Jamie. I've been enjoying them, buddy.
Daggum, I should have seen them in your toolbox last night.
Yeah. No. So what did you do this weekend, man?
Well, I took Mary Beth to Southern Pit Barbecue for Valentine's Day.
How was that?
It was good. They had this special going on. It was their smokehouse feast for 2. So you got 4 meats, 4 sides, 2 cornbreads and 2 drinks and a dessert for like $35.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys split all that up. Had you a good meal? East to now.
Had the ribs and had the chicken quarter.
Now was Charlie still out of town, running and gunning, doing whatever he does?
Charlie got home right as we were fixing to leave, and he's like, "Y'all can go without me."
Yeah.
He's like, "I just want to go lay down."
That boy been on the road, man. He has been on the road.
And then let's see. Oh, I finished my project with my Speed U project I've been working on.
That's
the door
right.
on that. So
Jam up job on that, dude.
I kind of feel a little bit of sense of relief. I didn't get as much done on a race car this weekend as I needed to, but you know, it is what it is. We'll get it figured out.
That's right.
What else did we do? We worked on the new truck on the Silver Fox. That's what we're calling it.
Okay. It's gonna last you till you're a silver fox, brother. It's gonna last it's gonna last till you are white. That's what I think.
Until I'm white.
You're gonna be like your dad, dude. You're gonna be white when that truck's done.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, I got you can throw that picture up there too. I got that trimmer front spoiler on it, and I got
I will.
box link stuff installed and seat covers, and it's just come. I had a dude. I went to Tractor Supply Friday night after we left Southern Pitt because I had to get some pig food, and I had a dude in the parking lot waiting on me to talk to me about that truck.
Really? What do you want to ask you about it?
He's like, "Is that your truck or a company truck?" Because he saw that it was an XL.
Yeah.
I'm like, "It's my truck." He goes, "What engine's it got?" And I told him what engine it got. And man, he's like, "Can I look in it?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Man, this thing's." He goes, "It's a truck." I said, "Yeah."
Yeah.
He goes, "It's not a platinum." I said, "Nope." I went and searched out for an XL because I didn't want all the stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who needs massaging seats? I mean, I'm sure it's nice. Charlie rides in a platinum all the time. It's got massaging seats in it. He said it's pretty nice, but it's like one of them things. If you don't know, you don't.
Yeah.
know.
What's the practicality of it, though?
But he's like, "Does it have all the sensors and road guidance and all that stuff?" I was like, "Nope."
Oh,
He's like, "This is so awesome." He said, "I said it's got power windows, power locks, the Apple CarPlay." Man, he's excited about. He's almost as excited about that truck as I was. It's kind of weird.
It's a good truck, man.
It's a good thing. I really like that thing, but
yeah.
The Silver Fox is it's almost done with the little things I'm having to do to it, to make it mine. I can't leave stuff alone.
Yeah.
But I think I'm gonna put some wheels on it, and we'll be done with it. Charlie's putting a lift kit on the old red truck today.
Nice.
So when we get done with this, I got to go check the progress on that.
Yeah.
What else we got going on? Man, that's it, dude.
I know you guys watched the race yesterday, didn't you?
The Daytona 500.
Yeah, man. Tell me about the race. I did not watch a lick of it.
Trump was in attendance.
No.
He led the field in the Beast.
No.
For pace laps. Yeah.
For the pace laps?
Yeah.
He didn't drive it.
No, he rode in it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's driving it in a way. He's saying, "You go here."
Was he windows down in it, waving?
No, he was windows up. It looked like they had that place so secure that he didn't have any body armor on.
Really?
Because he looked kind of thin.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Well, in the Beast, you don't really have much to worry about, supposedly, right?
No, but he was down there on pit road walking around.
Oh, well, that's great, man. If they were able to provide him with that kind of security, dude, that'd be great. I've heard that there was some details leaked out about, well, not leaked out necessarily, but there were some documents and things like that presented about his assassination attempt, and I'm pretty eager to look into those and see what kind of details we might be able to find out about it.
Probably pay for that too, but I want to send you this video because I'm gonna send it to you on X.
Okay.
Because we've got to talk about that here
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, we will.
But I'm gonna share it. Send via direct. All right. So I want you to react to this video because this is one of the craziest wrecks I've ever seen, and I've seen some bad wrecks.
All right, I am pulling it up now. Ooh. Oh, he hit the wall so hard right there. Ooh.
A devastating crash for Ryan Preece.
Did you see how it just takes
Incredible
off?
camera work by our Fox
Yeah.
crew.
I'm so glad to see that window net down and him be able to get out of that thing. Whew, that's scary.
That's unbelievable.
Wow.
What it looks like when these cars get caught.
Now,
by
did
the
43 do anything wrong
I've never seen
right
one
there?
take off like
No.
Okay. Man, I couldn't tell if he like kind of got caught up on him on purpose or whatever. You know what I mean? They weren't.
No, but the way that thing took off, just watch the slow motion.
Yeah, I'm watching it right now. Gotta go.
See how it just hangs up there like that
Wait, 36.
Terrifying, man.
and rolls in the air.
That's so scary. Man, and he got out.
Yeah. His interview, he's like, NASCAR's not going to be happy till somebody dies in this thing. I don't want it to be me. We're on the verge. He says eventually somebody's not going to walk away from one of these wrecks.
Yeah, sure. And tell me, why does it do that, Chucker? Why does the race car do that?
Okay, simplest explanation on why it does that. You seen that flat bottom on that car?
Mm-hmm.
Well, when it gets air, so it's got roof flaps. So if it starts spinning backwards, it can pull the air out of the car and it sucks it down to the track.
Right.
Well, he got bumped up in a way that it let air get under that right front. It caved that right front in.
Mm-hmm.
And as it come up like that, it's just like it's taking a sheet of plywood and holding it up at 180 miles an hour.
Good luck.
It don't have a choice but to just do what the air wants it to do.
Sure. So how do you? Is that plate or whatever, that flat bottom? Is that an addition? Is that a recent change?
That's something that's come on these new cars.
It just comes on them.
Yeah, so they put it on the new cars. Because what it does is when it's acting right, it actually sucks the car down to the track because you're able to speed the air. So I think you speed the air up underneath it.
Sure. There's less resistance underneath at that
and
point.
that creates suction. It's like an upside down wing.
Right. That makes sense. So
what happens when you take a wing that's upside down?
Yeah.
And when you turn it right side up, it's got to go up.
Yeah. That's the scary thing is they got a plan for that, right? Like you would think.
I don't know how they're gonna fix that problem. I'm sure there's them guys that come up with that stuff, and somebody's probably already got an idea on how to fix it, but NASCAR hadn't approved it yet.
Yeah. Well, they just shouldn't be getting bumped up a little bit. That's what that's what should happen. Just no contact.
Well, you can't have that in racing. Rubbing's racing, man. But
that's going to be the way it goes. The same way the NFL changed the kickoff into where it's like barely a kickoff. They're probably going to do away with it now. NASCAR's going to do away with bumping.
Yeah, what they've got to do on those tracks is figure out a way. So used to, before they had the restrictor plates, and they don't really have a restrictor plate now. They just have a restricted engine.
Mm-hmm.
The cars would get away from each other, spread out a little bit, and they'd still have big wrecks and they still have scary wrecks, but they would separate and they wouldn't be in that pack. So it'd be more like 2 or 3 car wrecks instead of everybody.
Right.
right now everybody's kind of running this pack. Some of them are trying to save fuel. Some of them are not trying to save fuel. So that keeps everybody bunched up, and they just cannot get away from each other. And when you get that, it's kind of like running down the interstate in Atlanta traffic down the connector at 180 miles an hour in that pack.
Yeah.
So till they figure out how to get rid of the pack. But see, the thing is, they want the pack because that's exciting for people to watch.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Me and Mary Beth were talking. We were watching a race, and I said, if Charlie for some reason had a chance to race at Daytona, could you even watch that race?
That's scary, man. That's a scary thought.
William Byron. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just thinking about when I was younger. Like, I feel like the casual fan, when I was younger, would only watch for the crashes.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the casuals would that was the most exciting part for them, was the bumping and the grinding and the wrecks and the spin outs and
I'm not gonna lie, I like some wrecks sometimes too.
See? Yeah, even for some of the
but at the same time,
veteran watchers.
Man, somebody spent a lot of time working on that race car.
Yeah. The older I get, the less I've kind of enjoyed the wrecks,
They got a budget.
Well, some of them, their budget far exceeds any of our wildest expectations. So,
yeah, but,
I don't feel bad for all of them.
William Byron ended up winning. That was his second Daytona 500 in a row.
Congratulations.
Puts him in some really small group of company around.
Yeah, who does he share that with?
Oh, geez.
Petty?
I think, let's see. Daytona 500 2-time. Let's see, back-to-back winners. Yeah, let's go.
Petty had to have done it, right?
He's
got so many daggone wins. Jimmy Johnson probably did it.
I think Jimmy Johnson was one that did it, honestly. Who has won the Daytona 500 back-to-back? I want
AI filtered results, man. Come on.
I want the AI filtered results.
I know. I hate it when it doesn't give them to me now.
Yeah, it's like
I kind of want to see what it has to say first. It's got to be small company though.
Yeah, Petty's definitely one of them. This is aggravating when it does like this.
You think Gordon ever did it?
Say list. I think Gordon did it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Okay.
And there was
no, it's only 4 drivers.
I was about to say now. It had to be a handful. There's only so many winning drivers like that.
5 drivers now: Richard Petty, Cale Yarborough, Sterling Moreland, Denny Hamlin, and now William Byron.
Whoa.
Yeah.
There's some interesting names on there.
Yeah. Oh, Sterling.
Yeah. And unexpected.
Now the coolest thing that I saw in this race was the fact that Dale Jr. and Junior Motorsports made their Cup debut running with one of their drivers, Justin Allgaier.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they finished 9th.
Hey, in their Cup debut. That's pretty good.
Yeah. So
that's pretty good. And has that kid ran in the Cup Series before, or is that his first race?
He's a Busch. He's an Xfinity regular. He's one of Junior's drivers.
Sure.
And they put this deal together, and with Chris Stapleton, the singer, he's got a whiskey company called Traveler.
Oh, so they found a sponsor.
So they got a sponsor. They put it together, and they went and raced. And now everybody's waiting. It's like, okay, let's do this. We are all ready for this.
That's great, man. Yeah, finishing 9th at Daytona, man, huge. Yeah. Well, dude, let's get an ad break in here, regroup ourselves, because we've got some serious stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we do.
Thanks for sticking with us through this ad break, guys. I'm here to tell you about one of our sponsors, Eileen Ayers with Busch Realty. You can check her out at movingcoweta.com for all of your real estate needs. in the Metro Atlanta area. That's movingcoweta.com. Eileen Ayers with Bush Realty. Now back to the show.
All right, folks, and we're back to Last Night's Coffee with Chuck and Jon, episode 184.
Yeah.
And we've got breaking news.
Okay.
It's 502 days till July 4th, 2026.
Yeah.
That is when the Department of Government Efficiency will end.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There is Polymarket, which is it's like a gambling site, right?
It seems so.
Has put together this Doge tracker.
Yeah. It's Doge, DOGE -tracker.com.
Yes.
Please, everyone check it out.
I highly suggest it.
It's great.
Right now, the totals. So this thing tracks when Doge will end, how much money we've saved, how much money we've saved per taxpayer, and the things that we've that they've ended, and how far they are to the goal. Right now, they're only 2.5% in.
Right. Right. And when you look at that compared to the total dollars saved, right, which as of right now, with 502 days left, they are at $49.09 billion of the taxpayer money has been saved. Yes.
And that is a tax savings per person of how much, John?
$327.27.
Okay. Look.
So they're almost $50 billion that Doge has saved us. Now, let's not even look at the things they've cut yet, right? Let's just pay attention to that number. $50 billion they've saved the taxpayers so far.
Correct.
And like you pointed out, they're 2.5% of the way to their goal. 50 billion has been cut, man. Billion. Like,
yes.
That should really put into perspective how much wasteful spending there is. Their goal is $2 trillion cut.
Yes.
From
now
federal government.
I don't know how to do the math on this, but when you get to $2 trillion, that savings per taxpayer should come up to more than me and you pay in taxes.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
Now, when it gets to that point, why are we even paying taxes?
Why are we paying federal taxes?
Why do we pay federal taxes? This is what Trump's saying about the tariffs. There is enough money that can be made in tariffs, and not like huge tariffs.
No.
Just little tariffs, not the huge threatening tariffs that he makes.
No.
Those tariffs they're
threats.
Like they're threats.
Yeah.
But just a small tariff.
Yes.
On an incoming product can pay for our pay. And I mean, the taxpayer will pay some of it in the cost of the item.
Sure.
But the government will not be stealing your money out of your paycheck before you get it.
Absolutely.
That's what people don't understand about income tax. The government is holding a gun to your head and taking that money. And you know why I say they're holding a gun to your head? Because what happens if you don't pay? You go to jail, right?
That's absolutely right. And
so they are they are taking that money by force.
Yeah.
It's not constitutional. It was never in the Constitution to have an income tax.
No.
And you know, people just and these freaking programs, dude, that they're improving learning outcomes in Asia. $47 million.
Yeah, $47 million to improving learning outcomes.
Social cohesion in Malay. $14 million. Voter confidence in Liberia. one
How about
point.
the wild horse and donkey vaccines?
Dude, we gotta vaccinate the wild horses and donkeys. I mean, I'm a little bit disappointed in that one getting gone. But you just go down through here,
Yeah.
and it's
Pavement with
just,
low embodied carbon.
and the doggone left is freaking out
Yeah.
because
We spent 14 million on an intranasal vaccine for gonorrhea.
I'm not even sure how that works.
Like a nasal spray.
Yeah,
They
but
want you to have a
that's not-
nasal spray for gonorrhea.
I don't think that's where you get gonorrhea. I'm not sure that's how that works. Now, you get on, but then you get these people, like, not to get too political, but there's a bill in Ohio where they're trying to say that conception begins at erection, and that you should not be having sex unless you were trying to make a baby.
Dude, you're getting way too into people's personal life. Like,
So they're, in Ohio, they're trying to, it's like, look, y'all, no, we're trying.
oh no. Come back, Chucker. Come back, Chucker. Chuck. Come back.
Oh, there I am.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey, man. Where are you?
Hello.
Hang on. Hey, why ain't your
Hey.
picture coming back? Hey, there you are.
There we go. We had this we evidently talked about something we weren't supposed to.
I guess, dude. We started hitting on the wrong topics. We had some technical difficulties.
Oh, I'm back.
Yo, you still freezing?
I went into a buffering screen. That was weird. I've never done that before.
Oh, man. Are you back right now?
Up.
You're frozen on my screen. Oh, nope. No, you're
Nope,
moving
nope,
now. Okay.
So, anyway, they're like, well, there was one freaking contract for SpaceX or
Mhm.
Tesla or something, buying armored Teslas. Was the government buying our armored Teslas?
Oh,
And
my
they're
God.
like, see, he did this. He's got a government contract too. There's like $400 million for Tesla, and he's like, yeah, but that come from the Biden administration. That was some probably useless spending too.
Probably, right? I mean, if they're handing it out.
Right? I'm old enough to remember when Elon was hated by the right, and loved by the left.
Right.
I remember Glenn Beck calling Elon Musk just one of Obama's cronies.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And now he is absolutely hated and demonized, and they're calling him President Musk and all of that.
Yeah.
And I love that President Trump and Elon seem to recognize that the media are trying to split them up, right? Like they definitely see that
Yeah, they get it.
the wedge is being driven in there by the media, and they're not biting. Like they just understand the tactics, and it's stupid, and we'll
They
just keep
keep
doing
on
what we're
killing
doing.
him. Now here is some things that I don't like
Mhm.
that they have found and since canceled. New York Times subscription cancellations numbering in the $1.6 million range. Associated Press subscription cancellations, $20 million.
Yep.
NASA Politico subscription cancellations, $500,000.
Yep.
So they were using our tax money to fund media organizations.
Correct.
And then the other day, I finally convinced you that it was time for you to get on X.
Yep.
And what did you discover when you got on there?
Dude, well, I discovered that you got to keep who you follow limited, in which I've done, right?
Yes.
I've kept it very limited. I really only got on there so that I could keep up with Doge. Honestly,
Right.
Doge was one of the first ones I followed, because I want to know. I want to know all the stuff they uncover. I'll deal with being pissed off. I'll deal with the anger. I'll deal with the unraveling of my beliefs of, whatever might happen, whatever might take place. Like if I believed a certain thing of the federal government and now it's different, well, then it's just different. You know what I mean? Like I want to know. I want to know what's going on with this. And I feel like if you're not getting it in real time, there's a chance you might not get it. Like as scary as that is, like we're living in a time where, not to be like instant gratification. Like I think it's important to find out because things are so rapidly moving too, right? Like they're finding out so much so fast with Doge as soon as they walk into these agencies that I downloaded X because I really wanted to keep up with it.
It goes back to that old saying, if you don't get it from the horse's mouth, how do you know it's true?
Exactly. And like, did you see the thing that I sent you earlier, the little Social Security thing from X?
When did you send that to me?
Oh gosh, I don't know. But here's something that Doge has uncovered. Well, actually, I don't know if Doge uncovered it or not. Here we go. These are the average ages according to Social Security of Americans. These are the average ages of Americans according to Social Security.
Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go.
We're going to start from the oldest.
Yeah.
180 to 189 years old. 695 people. 170 to 179 years old. 6,087 people. 160 to 169 years old, 121,807. 150 years old to 159 years old, 1,345,083. And it just keeps growing exponentially, Chucker.
Okay. Who's cashing those checks?
That's what we need to find out.
And it's not a lot of money. Did they get in Social Security?
It can't be. Those people were alive during the frickin' 189 years ago. Wasn't that the Civil War?
No, it's like 230.
Oh man. Okay, close.
Or 250 somewhere in there. But it's just that's fraud.
That's fraud.
That someone is keeping that up. I don't even understand how that works.
If they're 190 years old, how much do they even pay into Social Security?
Yeah, right. And they're still sitting there just getting that little trickle. And I don't get it. Like,
I don't get it either, man. But this is the stuff that we need to know about. These are the things the taxpayers need to know about. I want to hit on something real quick. Can I go on a little rant?
Yeah, go on rant, buddy.
Dude, you brought up something earlier about the American people being extorted, and that's exactly what has been happening. We've essentially been extorted for our government to run a humongous racketeering scam on us.
Yeah.
So much so, like you brought up, that they've directly funded the media for social deception.
Right.
Including our government funding a CIA project to assemble false narratives to impeach the president.
Correct.
We, the taxpayers,
paid for this.
funded false evidence for the impeaching of a sitting president. If that's not the definition of treason, I don't know what is, Chucker. This is unbelievable. We should all be absolutely outraged about this. Whether you believe Trump was wrong or right or good or bad ever in his life, it doesn't matter when you look at what these agencies were doing to a sitting president. If they can do it to one, they can do it to them all. Let's not think it's all directed about Trump here. We need to look at both sides, right? This could be done to anybody, and it's unfair, and it's not what we elected. And if any of this Doge does away with some of that type of funding and spending, I'm totally fine with it. Because let's be real, when we list off all these things, you know, the millions of dollars that were allocated for learning equivalency in Liberia, like how many of those millions of dollars do you think they actually got, right? Let's be real about it. Zelensky's complaining about not getting all of his money. Is that how they're black budgeting some of these operations? Is that how they're getting their funding to do these little things where they make up false evidence, right? Or is it just coming through? I mean, we've seen the direct evidence where they made the payment for social deception to media outlets. That's unbelievable. So it's like it could go either way. Maybe they're skimming off the top when they make these supposed payments for voter confidence in Liberia or social cohesion in the mail. Like, come on, dude. You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying.
The American people should be absolutely outraged, and everybody should be watching what Doge is uncovering. Whether you agree with Elon and his little minions or not, you should be watching at what they're uncovering.
Or the way they're going about it. Which I have no problem with, because the only way you can find this stuff is about auditing it.
Right.
But, yeah, I mean, dude, Department of Justice toilet paper rolls, 2-ply, 96-pack, $127,000.
What?
Yeah.
For a 96-pack?
Yeah.
Dude.
Remote darting wild horse fertility control, $204,000.
Dude. Come on.
A pickleball complex in Las Vegas, $12 million.
That's unbelievable.
Girl centralized climate action in Brazil, $3 million.
How about the Mozambique voluntary medical male circumcision? $10 million.
I mean, if you're already of age, why would you volunteer?
If you're old enough to volunteer for a circumcision, bro, just leave it.
Oh.
Just leave it.
Oh.
If you're old enough to volunteer for that and no, like, just leave it, bro.
Whew. You ain't popping back from that one quick.
In Mozambique, too. Whew.
Dude, all the flies on it.
Oh, bro. You know it's not getting the right aftercare.
Where is Mozambique?
I don't know, but they're not getting the right aftercare.
No, they're not getting the right aftercare.
I can tell you that right now.
But here we are, man. John's on X, and you won't find him.
No, I don't really want any followers. I'm just using it to stay in the loop. I'm not really I don't want it to be a time sucker. I've actually found that I don't get on it as often anymore now that I found this dogetracker.com.
Right.
Because, I mean, some of the links, like some of them, I want to, like, when you look up, if any of you go to doge-tracker.com and you see some of these contracts are terminating and all that, you can look at their sites, like there's you know what I mean, like who they're citing and or where they're citing these cancellations on the tracker website. So, and most of that is Twitter links, right? Just to the Doge Twitter. So when I want to see exactly what the Doge, what Doge was posting, I will go and check that out. So yeah, I am back on X, dude, but I it's really to keep it on on tabs with this stuff. I mean, there's been an estimated 60,000 federal employees who went to the buyback program.
Yeah. Now
That's
we are.
a lot of money.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. We are considering going live on X.
Yeah.
If we can figure out how to mash the right button. Now, if we do this and you decide to watch, so we record around 12:30 on Mondays. So you'll be able to watch us. You'll see the ad break.
That's right.
You will see probably a little bit of the pre-show.
Yeah, probably.
At least till we figure out how to edit and put a little screen up while we're on ad break.
Yeah.
And then you'll just hear us talking.
I'll just have like a little flip thing for my camera.
Yeah, just slide and it'll be like this.
Yeah. Little piece of tape.
You know.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back from the ad. Whoops. Now you're there we go. But I think that'll be fun to go live on X. And like, what if we have like 4 people watching us live? That'd be weird. What if we have 1,000 people watching us live on X?
That would be wild.
That would be insane. Because they're like, there's nothing on Monday mornings. Oh, what's these two dummies?
Yeah. Hey, we'll take it, right?
We'll take it.
If anybody wants to go take their lunch break with us on Mondays, we're thinking about live streaming on X. So get yourselves the X app and be prepared.
So, you ready for your reaction video?
I am. Send it this way, dude.
I will be sending it to you via direct message on X.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Pulling up X. There we go. One new message. Yeah.
I would like to see the sign that says no hammocks.
We've got a whole.
Where's the no hammock sign?
We got a whole list of things.
No. I can see you. You can't see me.
If you don't come out of that,
I'm not here.
Call the police. No.
What?
Oh
my god.
No.
Oh my god.
Stop me.
Well, oh my god.
Stop. I said I won't stop. You see that?
Oh my god.
Yeah. I'm like an anaconda.
Oh my god.
A little bit.
What the?
You're gonna give yourself a concussion. You
No,
can't
I
have a
have
hammock in here, dude.
Come on, just drive the bus. Everyone's got places to go.
I don't think we can. Can you get down so we can get where we're going? Please?
What?
Dude, please?
I'm staying in the hammock. I'm not moving this bus. You know what? There's AC in here.
Dude, get down.
I'm not getting down.
Get down.
Is that Polly Shore?
It looks like a young Polly Short on it.
Yeah, with no hair, right? Oh my gosh, how awesome is that? Oh my gosh.
I think that's from Meme, Therefore I Am.
Oh, shout him out,
mean,
dude. That is
therefore I am.
great. That is absolutely great. I love it. Man, thank you for that one. Show me the sign that says no hammocks. I'm an anaconda.
Dude, the way he was rolling up in that thing.
I mean, he should have had a "Don't Tread on Me" flag. He should have had a
Right?
"Don't Tread on Me."
He should have just pulled it out of his shirt. Don't tread on me.
Oh, that's great. That's
Yeah,
great.
dude. The internet is a fun place. It can be a fun place.
Yeah, for sure,
It can
man.
be a scary place. I actually was on X looking for a reaction video to send you,
Yeah.
and I watched a video where this guy got shot in the head.
Yeah, I've
And that
heard
kinda freaked
there's
me out a
things
little
like
bit.
that. I've heard there's things like that on X, like full on whatever. And I'm luckily, again, I'm just paying attention to Doge, so I'm lucking out. You know what I mean?
And then there was another video where dude's running through traffic on a motorcycle, right?
mhm.
And you know, like just south of where you get off of get 400 comes back into the connector in Atlanta, where it's above the road. You know, it's a raised. You're on a bridge.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It looked like that area. I don't think it was, but it looked like that area.
Sure.
And he hits the wall and dumps over the side.
He's done.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
done.
He ain't come. At least he had a helmet on, so they can identify him.
Maybe.
If it's a good helmet.
Yeah. Oh gosh, man, the internet is a scary place. Do you got a meme for me this week, dude?
I hope so. I
I hope so too. Are you unprepared to send me one?
You know, the mean farming here lately has been a little on the light side, but we don't pick on this woman near enough, so I think we should.
All right, pulling it up. New McDonald's Lizzo meal is coming out, which consists, oh my gosh, of 10 burgers, 95 nuggets, and 6 Diet Cokes. And at the bottom, Lizzo is quoted as saying, "I'm so happy my daily meal will be a part of McDonald's." And this is that's great, man. That's so good. Lizzo, the one that gets onto her background dancers for being too fat.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
Lizzo.
it's been a good show, dude. It's been a good show. We both had a little rant time. We both got a little energized.
Yeah, we
It
did.
looks like
It
you're
was a
sending
good
me another
show.
meme. Are you sending me another one?
This one's a little dark. You want to
Okay.
go dark?
Yeah, why not?
Let's go dark right before we shout out the church's podcast.
Yeah. All right, here it goes. You're walking through the woods when you come across the body of a recently murdered prostitute. What do you do? And there's a picture of what appears to be maybe a recently dead prostitute. And Steve's comment underneath says, "I'd change directions, obviously. I am walking in circles." Good one, Steve. Good one, Steve.
I told you it was going to be dark.
Yeah, good one. Good one. I like that. Soon enough, we're going to be doing some 9/11 memes because we're going to find out that we funded that too.
Oh, dude. If we find out we funded that. So, I have a theory.
Okay.
My theory is that Doge will uncover where the payments were made to skew the 2020 election.
Wow. Do you think we'll see money for going out for like the voter machines? Where do you think the fraud will be? Paying people to send in fake mail-in ballots, like paying individuals?
I don't know what it's going to look like, but I feel like that's what we're going to find out.
I think we're going to find direct payments to someone in Wuhan, China, to release the virus.
I mean, it's already been proved that we paid for the development of it.
Right. I think we're going to find direct evidence that we paid for the release of it too. I think these are my predictions, man. I think it's all going to get torn down. I think we're going to find direct evidence that there was no weapons of mass destruction. We're going to find direct evidence that we funded 9/11. We're going to find direct evidence that there was something more to Las Vegas. We're going to find out. I think there's potential to find out a lot of things, but this is not going to be an overnight process.
When
Elon and all these initial audits are not going to uncover everything. We have to continue this trend.
When you look at just the stuff that they found already,
yeah,
and they're not even they're 2.5% into it.
Yeah. Wait until that Thomas, whatever his name is, in Pennsylvania, we find payments made to his parents or him personally for him to go and try to assassinate the president. Who knows, dude?
Yeah.
Who knows? I think it's going to get a lot darker before it gets brighter.
Well,
that's my prediction.
It's always coldest before the sun comes up.
Yep. Once he gets into the Department of Defense, once the auditing begins happening there, and on that $900 billion a year budget, a lot of these funds have already been allocated, and I think a lot of these funds that he's canceling will wind up going through. However, there is a new federal budget coming up.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we need to be paying attention to. What all is going to make it into the new federal budget?
Right.
Whether
I've got a
these
question.
slashes and cuts actually hold up in court. Because Congress has already allocated a lot of these funds. So when Congress already votes on it, there's a good chance that they can send it to federal judges, and those judges can uphold the payments, I think.
I think the USAID was like a petty cash. Like, okay, here's the budget for that.
Yes. Yes, but they were also one of the smallest funded agencies.
Yeah. When we're in debt. Our country's in debt, several $1 trillion.
Yeah.
And we're paying interest on that debt.
Uh-huh.
Who are we paying the interest to?
Well, supposedly we're borrowing a lot of money from China. We're borrowing a lot of money from Russia. We borrow a lot of money from England, I believe.
Okay.
There's a few countries. There's a number of countries. It's like a conglomerate.
Well, where are they getting the money?
Yeah, right. See, it's all just kind of seems like fake, right? At some point.
Right. It's like, you've heard that story about the two guys that were selling a mule back and forth?
Uh-uh.
And so this guy, he'd sell his mule to a guy for $50.
Mm-hmm.
And then his buddy would be like, hey, man, I need to sell this mule. You want to buy it for $50? So that went back and forth for years. And then the mule died. And he goes, man, I hate that. We were making good money off that mule.
Just going back and forth. Oh, gosh.
It was both there when they needed it to buy, to sell it.
Yeah.
We were making good money off that mule. But anyway, shout out.
Oh, yeah, we got to do our shout outs.
Shout out. Eating Chambers.
Yeah, Eating Chambers YouTube channel. Check them out. Chef Drew.
Go over there and get you some Da Vinci's Pizza in McDonough. Beautiful McDonough, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
The eating. Oh wait, we already done the Eating Chambers.
Yep.
Sundays at Devotee podcast. It's the sermon from this week or last week, whichever one you happen to listen to. I would start at the beginning because it is a series that's going on.
Okay.
And they're all tied in together.
Right.
Some way. What else we got?
I think that's it, man. I think that's all our shout outs. Unless you guys got any new race car sponsors.
We've got a couple. We got one that we're hoping to announce next week.
Okay.
Drew. We got exterior design. What's the name of that one? We got Parker Lane's lemonade stand, which is some of the best lemonade. Like, I've talked about this lemonade before. It's like the lemonade that you used to get at Six Flags when you'd go to the Crystal Pistol.
The best lemonade you can get.
And then we got Exterior Traditions coming on.
All right, Exterior Traditions. Thank you.
We've got Pretty Potty. If you need a potty for if you're in the Griffin area and you need a potty for your event, these aren't your normal. This isn't your grandpa's porta potty. This is a bathroom on a trailer, and it's freaking awesome. Speed U's got a big thing going on at Atlanta Motor Speedway this weekend. So if you're at the racetrack, stop by and see them.
Come on.
Give Charlie a hard time about something. Ask for his autograph.
Are they going to have some free simulators there for people?
They will have some simulators. I'm glad I thought about that because I might have to go order some hero cards for Charlie.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else? Yeah, you'll be able to get in their free simulator. Daytona 1.
Yeah.
Daytona 1 is your... They got just all kinds of cool stuff. It's they sell defrictionators, and they have copyrighted that word.
Defrictionator.
Yeah.
I like it.
But they also got some pretty cool car detailing and cleaning stuff, too, that
okay.
works. They got some... You know how you got your black trim on your car?
Yeah.
They've got some cleaner for that that's a little bit better way to applicate it than... I think it's just a spray, and it just knows what to do.
Oh, so it's better than that back to black stuff.
Better than back to black. And because that back to black is messy when you put it on.
Yes.
It attracts dust. They figured out how they've got all kinds of stuff that don't attract dust.
Nice.
Lubes that don't attract dust are awesome.
Yes.
That's all I got.
In many scenarios. Oh, that was a long list, man. You guys are racking up the sponsors, dude. Congratulations. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Big deal, man. That's episode 184, dude. In the books, man. We appreciate all you night shifters tuning in, hanging with us for the whole show. And go to dogetracker.com. Keep up with what's going on with your taxpayer dollars.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to know. Because the more you know, or wait, knowing is half the battle?
Knowing is half the battle.
Yeah.
My, how the turntables have
turned. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. We'll see you next week.
Later, night shifters.